Airbnb is about to change forever, and almost nobody is talking about it. I've spent over a decade in this short-term rental space, and my clients have made over $1 billion in this industry. And I've never seen it face as many threats and shifts as it is right now. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how Airbnb is changing, how to protect your properties over the next 3 years, and what the top 1% of hosts are doing to stay fully booked. But first, let me show you the biggest reason Airbnb has changed. In 2026, guests are not just booking a property. They are booking how the stay will make them feel. That one shift is about to wipe out a huge percentage of the average listings. Most hosts still believe the product is the accommodation, so they compete on price. They automate everything. They assume clean sheets and a lockbox is enough. But guests are comparing you to hotels on convenience, on service, on friction, and too often short-term rentals are losing in that comparison. A recent survey showed that over 60% of US travelers preferred hotels for holiday travel. Why? Well, it's better amenities, easier stays, fewer chores, fewer surprise fees, more consistency. At the same time, those same travelers say that personalized offers make them more likely to book, and nearly half are willing to pay more for unique, high-quality experiences. This is the market telling you something very simple. A functional apartment is not hospitality. If basic accommodation is becoming a commodity, your only move is to make sure your stay will feel premium and cared for. So treat your property like a hospitality product. Improve what guests physically feel and emotionally remember. So better sleep, better pillows, better towels, better lighting, clear arrival, simple instructions, and create a story around a stay, because a story justifies the price. And when the experience feels intentional, you stop begging for bookings. You start attracting the right guests at the right rates. And this is where most people I see get it wrong. They hear the word experience and they try to automate it, which leads to the second shift. AI is everywhere in 2026. You can't escape it. But the winning host are the ones whose guests will barely notice it. Many hosts are using automation as a substitute for hospitality, scripted messages, fully automated interactions, everything outsourced to a system. Guests feel like they are staying with a company that simply does not care. Consumers are already reporting AI fatigue, and hospitality is one of the fastest places that it shows up. Travel is emotional. Guests like technology when it removes problems. They hate technology when it removes reassurance. So the goal is not to use more AI, it is to use AI to free you up to be more human. Automate the predictable tasks, humanize the emotional ones. Let AI handle draft scheduling, pricing logic, guidebooks, but keep a human voice at arrival. During confusion, during issues, during special occasions, audit your guest journey. Remove anything that feels like a bot wall. When you get this right, AI becomes a silent assassin and not a loud replacement. Once you fix the experience and service, the next shift is all about brands. In 2026, guests are asking a different question. Not which property should I book, but which operator do I trust? Most businesses I see are still running single listings with no identity, no standards, no consistency. When supply is high and trust is low, guests retreat to what feels safe. People do not book a Hilton because it's the cheapest. They book it because they know what they will get. And certainty has a high value. Short-term rentals are moving the same way. If the market is paying for trust, you need to stop being that random listing on Airbnb. You need to start being a recognizable operator. So you have to define what you stand for and then standardize it. Create consistency across photos, design, tone, amenities. Even if you have one property, name your property, build that identity, build that brand, and then deliver the same standard every time. Now, here is another shift. The nightly rate is no longer the business. The most profitable hosts and clients in the Boostly program that are making the most money is because during the stay, before the stay, and after checkout, they are getting multiple revenue streams. Most of you are relying on that one revenue stream, the occupancy times nightly rate. In 2026, that is fragile, and you are leaving so much money on the table. The hotels have cracked this a long time ago. The room is the entry point. The profit stack is those extras. And most travelers have said in the surveys they will buy add-ons. Early check-in, late checkout, mid-stay clean, experiences. If you capture even a small portion of that, your profit per booking increases. And this is without needing more nights. So build simple add-ons that match your guest type. Charge for flexibility that disrupts your schedule. Package requests in a premium way and partner locally where it makes sense. Increase that revenue without increasing your stress. And if you want the biggest indicator that this is the way the industry is going, just go and look at Airbnb experiences and Airbnb services. Now let's talk about platform risk. If your entire business relies on one platform, aka Airbnb, you are not running a business, you are renting one. A platform can change the rules overnight. They can change the visibility. They can change the fees, and guest expectations also change overnight as well. If bookings drop and you have one channel, you panic discount, and that spiral will kill listings. Different channels bring different guests, families, international travelers, last minute bookers. The solution is not to be everywhere. It is to build a controlled distribution strategy. So let's start treating Airbnb as an acquisition stream, not your entire funnel. Build resilience, multiple taps of demand. And finally, the biggest long-term shift, and this is the one that you've come here for, is direct bookings. In 2026, direct bookings are not optional. They are the only way to control your margins and your stability. The online travel agents own the customer relationship, which means they own the repeat booking. If guests only know Airbnb, Airbnb owns that loyalty. Many operators are increasing direct bookings because repeat revenue is predictable income. Guests will discover you on Airbnb, Booking.com and Vrbo, but many are happy to book direct when they trust you. That means your listing is a discovery channel. If you do not capture that interest, you leak the value. So build that pipeline now. Have a clean, credible direct booking presence, clean photos, clear policies, an easy booking system. Give your guests that reason to book direct, and then create a repeat guest system. Invest some money in brand searchability. This is how the top 1% of people are stopping competing only on algorithms, and they start by building demand that they own. Listen, as much as we whine and complain in Facebook groups and online, Airbnb is not going back to the way it was. The market is maturing. This industry is not getting harder, it's just getting more honest. Your guests are raising the bar, and the next 3 years will be brutal for lazy hosts, but it will also become incredibly profitable for disciplined hosts. So if you want to stay booked in 2026, you've got to move now, not when your calendar is already empty. And in this next video, I will break down the 15 biggest mistakes I made in 15 years of doing this thing we call hosting. The one that cost me the most money and time, and exactly what I changed in my business so you do not have to learn the hard way. Go ahead, watch it now, click on this link and fix what is holding your listing back before the next booking lands.